Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. We're talking about North Carolina. They went into NC State. They beat up on a rival, number 7 Tar Heels, 3 straight road wins. Gottlieb, you were there. What do you make of this North Carolina team?
North Carolina State was awful. They were awful. They were North Carolina State was awful.
Oh, North Carolina. How is Carolina?
I understand.
We don't care about.
I heard the question, Goodman. Hold on.
Jeez.
Okay. They were awful. Like they shot 28% as a team, and like North Carolina's good defensively, but not that good. I'm like the number of contested mid-range jump shots and thrown into the post. It was bad. What I make of Carolina, I did think they defended. They played as a team. Kadu's a nice, like true point guard. He's playing like a freshman. Like doesn't really like to shoot. Can't really shoot yet. Made a nice finish, but he moves the ball. He breaks the press. Makes an occasional layup. He's not like under stress. Honestly, they didn't play terribly well for a good portion of the game, and they were up, and then they went on like a 15-2 run, and that was the ball game. But I like them. Cormac Ryan, who hasn't been shooting well, he made 2 threes in the first half. That's going to help going forward. I thought Harrison Ingram had 19 rebounds. Now, that sounds like an amazing number, but when you look at the number of rebounds available, North Carolina won, and they shot 36% from the field as a team. They all asked me to come work with them on their shooting. That's what it looked like. It looked like Goodman and Gottlieb decided hey, we're going to be the shooting coaches for North Carolina State. Bacot, he's okay. He's gotten modestly better. It's not great in the low post. He doesn't really look to face up and shoot. But they're a better team this year, even though they probably don't have, 2 dudes who can win you a game on the perimeter this year. Harrison Ingram's a really good player. Cormac Ryan's a really good, solid, smart player who can shoot, can pass, can defend. And Elliot Cadeau's a nice, true point guard who's 19 years old, doesn't really like to shoot. He's actually kind of a throwback to, Roy used to have these point guards. Coach Smith used to have, like, true point guard. Like, really doesn't look at the basket very much unless he's wide-ass open. So they're good. And I think the league stinks. I think the ACC is not particularly good. There's a couple teams at the top. We'll see what Wake does if they can creep into them. They play Wake coming up a little bit. But, I like them. But, I also saw on this trip, I saw Purdue, who I told you, Goody, like they're not that much, but they're better than North Carolina. I saw Indiana, who they also play a lot of iso ball, Ohio State and Illinois. And Illinois is better than North Carolina. So, especially if they get Terrence Shannon back.
Without Shannon? Without Shannon.
No, without Shannon. Yeah, without Shannon, they're probably about the same, maybe a little bit better. Like
I don't know. Listen, I don't love Carolina either. I don't love Carolina either, but what I will say is the ball at least moves. And they win close games on the road. They've won 3 games on the road in a row, which is crazy for a Carolina team that we all think is soft. I don't think they're great either, but I like them a lot better than I liked them last year when it was Caleb chucking up shots at the end of the shot clock.
That team sucked. That team, they hated each other. It was bad. Actually, Mack, you can speak to this, okay? The big thing is when you have guys –
Mack.
Huh? Okay. You can speak to this,
you can speak to sucking Mack.
No, this is a real thing, okay? The big thing is they have, like, real basketball players who have played real college basketball that have been well coached and know how to play defense, so they're connected defensively. That's really it. There's no, secret sauce to it. Freshmen don't usually make shots, don't know how to communicate, can't follow a scouting report. They've never really played. And all these guys have played, and they don't carry a huge ego. Like Cormac Ryan that was a disaster last year. Stanford hadn't been good, but they're good players. And now they got a chance to play at a big-time school. Hubert does a good job. They play hard. I don't think they're recreating the wheel here, but Chris, I think that's really the thing there. I just think they have older, veteran, good dudes that are connected defensively, and then they share the ball offensively. It's not really rocket science, and they're good. They're not great.
Yeah, I think they've got some good players. I really like Harrison Ingram. I feel like maybe you're undervaluing him just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like he can push the ball. He's got good size. He's not necessarily a knockdown shooter, but he's a guy that can absolutely keep you honest. I just think he's really versatile. Just listening to you, Doug, I would almost think you wouldn't put these guys in the top 10 then, would you?
I put them in that.
Or is that more of an indictment on college basketball right now?
A little bit of indictment on college basketball, a little bit. I don't know. Like, let's see here. Where would they be in? It's a hard call. Like, I saw Baylor. We saw Kansas lose today.
Houston.
I mean, Houston get after you defensively. I know they lost to Iowa State.
Well, here, let me jump in real quick here, because I do just want to real quick. Vaulted is an app that allows you to participate in daily cash prize pools without an entry fee. It's a place where you can store your predictions forever. And by using the Vaulted Challenge feature, you can prove you're smarter than people like Jeff Goodman. So go download the Vaulted app, that is VLTED, to challenge your friends, store your predictions, and join daily cash prize pools without an entry fee. You guys are all on here saying that North Carolina is just okay. They don't have enough guys. They don't have this. They don't have that. I'm here to tell you that North Carolina is going to make the Final Four. I'm all the way in on this group. They got RJ Davis, who's getting buckets. They got a point guard who is out here that doesn't care about shooting, the complete opposite of Caleb Love. We got Armando Bacot, who is perfectly fine, just sealing, ducking in, and getting 16 rebounds a night. And they got Harrison Ingram, who apparently is a small ball four now, that it turned into Charles Barkley overnight. Mack, back me up on this, man. I know Goodman and Gottlieb, they're anti-North Carolina right now, but you're an ACC guy. I know you are. That you got your Carolina blue on right now. Back me up here, Matt. Come on. North Carolina can get
I don't know if I'd go as far as saying they'll go to the Final Four. I do like them a little bit more than Doug. Now, he saw them play in person, and he's seen a couple of these other teams in person. But, I do think that Bacot is still a load. He's got to play with, obviously, more of a motor. They're getting him the ball. But I really like Harrison Ingram. RJ Davis can score as well as any guard in the country. And I think Cormac Ryan, as he sort of gets settled into his role, he'll be a guy that can provide. I also think they got some decent guys off the bench.
Yeah. If I sold them as being crummy, I was wrong. Okay. I think they're good. I was part of it was it's just a bad basketball game. Dude, it was bad. I mean, Carolina I don't think they scored a bucket the last 4 minutes of the game. They got up 15, and NC State called timeout, and they just messed around the rest of the game.
Doug, here's the deal. They're winning ugly games. I like that they're winning ugly games.
I do too, and I agree with Chris Mack. Like, Cormac Ryan is shooting 28% coming tonight. He's going to end up shooting high 30s from three. Like, he's going to settle in. The shots are a little different. The pace is a little different. I agree there. And I think also Cadu is going to get better, right? Every freshman that starts, that by the time they get to the end, especially they played the number of minutes he's played, they're going to get better. They're good. But are they like Final Four? I think here's the thing, okay? We've forgotten this. 2 years ago, they were a mess, and then they closed, and then they beat Duke at Duke, and then they went on the run to the Final Four. But the Final Four wasn't truly indicative of how good that team was. Is that fair?
Completely fair.
That is fair.
Okay.
Is fair.
And then last year, they're an abject disaster.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.